What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now, before we get into today's stories, I've been thinking about this lately, and I just want to say thank you so much to each and every one of you who keep coming back to the channel and watching every single one of my videos. It is genuinely mind-blowing. Like 7 months ago, I didn't even have a channel, and now we have over 150,000 subscribers, and tens of thousands of you come and watch every single one of my videos. It's just insane. But yeah, I feel like I don't say thank you enough to you guys, so from the bottom of my heart, I am truly thankful. Anyway, with that being said, let's get into the stories. Entitled Mum thinks her baby's cries are something people want to hear at a movie theater. So I don't even know where to begin. I finally have my one day off yesterday to finally see It Part 2. Yeah, I know, what took you so long? Well, working at school is a bit. Any student doing both knows the struggle. So I get home exhausted and my boyfriend surprises me with tickets to see the movie. I'm ecstatic. Some time with him and a chance to finally see this long-awaited movie. Amazing. So we head out, get there, get our expensive ass movie snacks and sit our butts down. Typical movie experience. That is, until I hear something I shouldn't hear in an R-rated movie. The sound of a baby cooing. My first thought was, what the frick? There's no way. There's no way someone's so incompetent to bring a baby to a movie that was bound to be loud as anything. I didn't want to believe it, but sure enough, my boyfriend jabs his finger to an entitled mother's location. In her lap was a toddler. At that moment, I knew my night was effed. He had already spent money to get the tickets, so we got our treats with prices fit for Satan himself. We couldn't just leave. It was late by this point. I just kept my mouth shut. Look, I don't like kids, especially crying kids, but at that moment the kid wasn't crying, so everything was good. Be that as it may, I just couldn't help but think, what parent thought it was a good idea to bring their kid to a movie like this? Out of all effing movies, just say F off to the scary butt clown, am I right? So, the movie starts, everything is chill, and I'm enjoying the scene. Me and my boo. Me whispering that I want him to dress up like Pennywise, we play a little game of Girls on Top. This has him laughing. I am on cloud 9. I'm not funny. No, you're not. But then, as I fricking predicted, soon as a loud scene builds up, the toddler starts fricking crying. And it just goes on and on. From where I'm sitting, the entitled mum was a few rows down. Not once did she make a move to leave the theater. It was as if the kid wasn't there to begin with. I just stared at the back of her head in amazement. The last thing I wanted was to draw attention and tell this lady to leave, so I just prayed that someone else would do it. It didn't take long, but I guess someone complained. An attendant came in, walked over to her, and I presumed was telling her about her baby. I knew right off the bat that this lady was crazy, not because she brought this kid to the movie, but because she stood up and screamed at the dude, "I didn't have a freaking babysitter!" Lady, who gives a dang? Certainly not me, who spent $10 for just a drink and some popcorn. Everyone clapped when she took the child out, and dang, it was like a sensation in my ears when all I was hearing was the characters on screen scream and not a little baby. Well, look, this has happened to me a few times before, and there is honestly nothing worse. A baby screaming anywhere is quite horrible, to be fair, but in a movie where everyone is silent, it doesn't get much worse than that. I feel your pain, OP. Moving on to our next story, entitled parent calls 911 over a rubber ducky. A few years ago, actually, no, more than a few years ago, I went to a little indoor pool with my family and another family who we considered family friends. So my brothers and the kids from the other family were playing catch with a ball and playing with rubber ducks and other cliche pool things. Note that the toys we were playing with were ours. Everything was great. Let me guess what's coming up. Enter entitled parent. Wow, big surprise. So an entitled parent comes in with their kids and they seemed fine at first. I remember that the entitled parent was with 3 little kids, the oldest probably no older than 9 or 10. Flash forward about 15 to 30 minutes and my brother swims up to me with a confused look on his face. He told me that our toys were mysteriously gone. I looked over to the entitled parent's family and surprised they had our toys. Now we thought that this was just a misunderstanding at first. The indoor pool place did have toys, but we brought in our own since they don't really have a lot to go around, which is totally fine by the indoor pool place. So my brother, being more confident and older than I was at the time, politely tells the other family that those were our toys and that they should give them back. All of a sudden, EK2, who is the second entitled kid, starts screaming at my brother that it wasn't ours. Now this caused a bit of commotion, and everyone in the pool turned to look at this wailing kid. After a few more failed requests, my brother goes up to my mum and the mother of our family friends, I'll call her FM for now, to explain what's going on. FM, who's known not to take anything from anyone, goes up to the entitled kid. She yells at EK2 to stop crying and give us back our toys. Personally, I thought FM overdid it, but it sure did work, for a second. The entitled parent then turns around with a furious look in his eyes. He starts screaming at FM to stop harassing and threatening his precious little baby. EK2 smiles as his entitled dad hollered at FM. Now this may seem like the climax of the story, but oh boy does it get worse. Entitled Kid 3, the oldest one, gets out of the pool and tells a lifeguard that we were threatening them. FM and my mum were shocked at what EK3 was saying and talked to each other in another language to try to figure out what to do. Side note, FM and my mum are known to randomly switch from English to another language while talking to each other. But all of a sudden, the entitled parent turns to my mum. He yells at my mum and FM to stop speaking that and speak English. At this point, everyone in the building turned their heads to watch. My mum didn't really have anything to do with this, but this guy had to drag her in. It was quiet for a moment and EP carried his poor little baby away. By the way, they still have our toys. It seemed as if getting our toys back wasn't even worth it at this point, and then EK2 starts cussing out FM while being carried by entitled parent. This was a punch in the face for everyone because EK2 looked no older than 6 or 7 and she was throwing smack at FM. FM looks like she's about to snap when the entitled parent turns around and shouts that he is gonna call 911 over a few balls and a rubber ducky. After this, I don't remember much. I hid underwater to escape the trauma. Wait, what? I hope you were breathing. But by the time I was above water again, the entitled parent and his 3 kids were out of the pool. I thought that all of this had blown over by the time FM's family and my family got out of the pool, and guess what? It hadn't. I was drying my hair off with a towel when the police came. I think they were expecting a bit more than 2 mums and their kids, so they looked a little confused. One of the police officers starts questioning FM and my mum after a lovely chat with the screaming entitled parent. Eventually, the police realized that whatever EP called for, I still don't know what he said on the phone to this day, was a pile of bull. All in all, we got our toys back and were able to exit the building without getting into any more legal trouble. I'm not sure what happened to the entitled parent and his kids, but trust me, they definitely didn't get off scot-free. This experience was not the best experience I had. I would rate it a 2 out of 10, but I did learn how far entitled parents would go just to spoil their kids. You see, this quote right here is one of the reasons I love this subreddit. I hid underwater, what the heck? And finally, let's move into my own subreddit, r/RedditorYT. As I always say, go and post your stories there for a chance for them to be read out by me on the channel. Entitled Aunt tries to take my $1,500 MacBook and then demands my paycheck. So, I'm a 14-year-old girl and I started my first job this summer. I worked full-time in the summer and I worked part-time during school, so I bought a brand new MacBook. And I don't mean to sound spoiled or anything, but I was happy I'm getting to buy all the stuff I couldn't have because I was broke. Well yeah, fair play to you. So I went on a trip to visit family with my mum and brother. We were staying at my grandma's house and we visit so often, me and my brother even have our own rooms. My aunt also tries to keep everyone's attention on her daughter all the time and gives her whatever she wants. She wants the crayons my brother is using? Done. She wants my birthday gift card from my granddad? Done. She is spoiled rotten and is entitled as heck. So I was sitting in my room on my MacBook and suddenly my entitled aunt just burst into my room without knocking, and this is how it went. Hello, sweetie. Hi? Your mother tells me you started working. Yes, why? How much do you earn a month? About $2,000. Why? Yeah, sorry, why is your aunt asking how much you earn? That is none of her business. I'm taking your laptop. What? No. Yes, you earn a lot of money and you can afford it. Also, my baby said she wanted this kind of laptop, so I'm taking it. You can just buy another one. Entitled Aunt, I work 7 AM to 5 PM 5 days a week to earn this. So, just use your money and get another one. Plus, you should be paying me if you earn that much. I'm family. Wait, but she's just a child and her aunt is a woman with a kid. What the heck? Heck no, you're not getting my computer or my money. Get out of my room before I call my mum. My entitled cousin suddenly enters the room. I think she was waiting outside my room the whole time. But mummy, I want the laptop. Just a minute, sweetie. Your cousin is being a spoiled brat. My mum walks in after hearing what's going on. What's wrong? I heard shouting. Your daughter is being a brat and not giving me her laptop. No, it's mine. I worked my butt off to pay for it. Well, fine then. Just give me your paycheck then. What? Why do you need her laptop or her money? Because my daughter wants it and she earns a lot anyways. It's not like you're poor. Entitled aunt, that's enough. I want you to get out right now or I'm telling Nana, her mum and my grandma, about this. But I want the MacBook. She starts crying crocodile tears. Look what you did, you spoiled brat. You made my baby cry. She then slaps me. Both of you out now. My entitled aunt then proceeds to shout a string of profanities while walking to the door with her child crying. I honestly don't know how we're related. Ugh. Well, thank you very much, CorgiToast55, for posting that on Redditor YT. It sounds like you guys need to stay away from your mum's sister and her family. Anyway, that is the end of this one. I really do mean what I said at the start of this video. Thank you guys so much just for being here. The support is insane on every single video. If you want some more Reddit content, click on the screen right now for yesterday's video. With that being said, I will see you all tomorrow with some more Reddit content.